Sorry, what do you got for me? From the entire city, starting rumors have dried up. No rumors. No one wants to talk about rumors while Nazis are invading. Great. What's halibut getting me? Oh, baby, we're all getting halibut. So, caracals? Walking along, checking the scenery, mountain climbing like usual, huge hoe, bam, just like that. Suddenly these soldiers with scary weapons came up the mountain. I barely got back down here in my life. Jeez, I was having a nice hike before those guys showed up. What's their problem? There's also one up there. I hear gunshots and yells from the summit. The battle must be raging on. But those soldiers are guarding the mountain path. No one can get through. They would take over the cable car. What should we do? Yes, my time's here too. We took the cable car and made a quick trip up the summit. They'll have to hold back if they see anyone coming. Our choice is the frontal route or the mountain path over there. What should we do? I could go either way. A ton of ways. We can go to the front. The direct road will be a short distance, but I don't think it'd be easy necessarily. To the side detour to avoid them might be faster in the end. Which way should we go? Should we bust right through or go around, Armando?
Feel like we should go around.
That is a trap that every first player that plays this game falls for. Because you would think going through would mean no encounters. No, you still go encounters, and you're taking a long way. So you get into more fights than you do. You just go and just bust right through the Nazis.
Well,
it's a stupid thing. you're wasting more time than you would just busting through. Got it. Out of my way. Oh, not the menu. Oh, the battle menu is the screen now. Okay. Let's try to talk to them. Hello, my Fredo. Sieg Rek. Welcome to my Fredo. So, something I want to know. You see, when it comes to Persona 2, every enemy has to have an Arcana, right? Even if it's an Arcana that the player can't actually get. What I'm trying to say is, in the programming, there is in fact a Nazi Arcana.
Oh.
Although the player can never actually get it, they technically still refer to these guys as having the Nazi Arcana.
Well.
Decisions like that are weird. Let the animation play out. Keep forgetting this. Oh, skip. Forgetting maybe I'll skip. No, it's alright, Fredo. Oh yeah! Really? You tell me they're immune to instant death? That sounds like BS. Come on. I see the leader. me just doesn't not. Never mind, there we go. That animation is always funny.
That all you got?
Really should have got Persona's lowered them a bit because they have like no skills. Nothing. Come on, guys, let's just die. So let's do a take a while. Let's do a recap of the plot. We gotta stop the mass circle who are trying to fulfill quote-unquote humanity's dreams. We now also have to stop the Nazis from trying to rewrite the world. We gotta stop this crawling chaos thing that Philemon mentioned. But oh yeah, we gotta potentially find. We also gotta stop the Mayan prophecy as left to us by the aliens, the Bolitiku, and their space battle. Am I forgetting any? Oh yeah, we also got the rings. Nazis are coming after the rings on this mountain. Am I forgetting anything else?
I don't think so.
Let's heal the F of. These items. There we go. I gotta go. I'm worried about Yukino's friend. We gotta stop June too. I don't even care what this last time thing is. They better not get in the way of rescuing June. We gotta find him first. I come here lots of times, Fuji-san. We'll talk about Zen with the monks. Photograph the night sky. I loved it here. I've crossed the line now. Focus my part is be essential when breaking through. Then again, there's only 5 of us, but we still need to hurry. Let's save after that fight, because I can't remember saying before. Did you know that? Nope, I did not save before we freaking... after we did the Child Maya fight. That was a horrible idea.
My god.
I was like, wait, did I save? Turns out I didn't.
Ready or not, here I go!
Now the mass circle here too. Great. Everybody's here. Like they could do magic without Persona. That's BS. should have acceleration. About it. Why does that Simmons don't do anything? You want them to work. If anyone wants them to work, they work just fine. I guess you can try Hama for how good that does us. Come faster, guys. We really need to have this new power badly. Use Aquas on the guy in the back. We need Ice Blade, actually. I don't mind. Just do effing something. Just do effing something, I guess. It's a little to get your persona leveled up. Because right now, my primary doing jack all. Ice Blade. Nope. Alright, that won't affect you. There we go.
Sorry about that.
Everything's going smoothly, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sarcastically. No, I want to go to Persona. You guys went to rank 3 didn't get a new skill? Really?
It's whoop-ass time!
Why is every enemy in the world go faster than us? Jesus Christ. We're not affected by Zeo. There we go. Oh, so you ran out of companies or something to list?
What?
You run out of companies or something to list?
I think there were like 2 left. Where was I? Ah! Konami!
I don't care. I don't know. Both of which are dead franchises.
Unfortunately.
Oh, so you read my text about Bomber Girl, right?
Yes.
They want you to play like an actual arcade game and pay to play each time. What the fuck? Does make you think you can't go to a new low?
And the last one, Nintendo.
Zelda.
Metroid.
You got that Metroid game eventually, huh?
Eventually.
It's gonna be the hypest, dopest thing. Just like Bayo 3.
Hopefully I'll enjoy it. Hopefully they did a good job.
Remember, I started to rebuild it because they felt like what they're making wasn't up to snuff.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Good sign that, hey, they want to make sure they put out quality.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still waiting for SMT5.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to come out this year, which people keep thinking it'll be delayed. But the only part of Atlas that has a history of delays is P Studio. Team Maniacs are not known for delaying stuff. Guy left all alone, buddy. Yes, rank up more. Yes.
Sorry about that.
Dan Tatsuo, why you still learning? Need them rank ups. Need to become stronger. More powerful.
Okay, Virgil, calm down.
Listen, man. We're getting beat up. We're getting beat up by the Nazis. There's a problem here. There's a problem that needs fixing. So the real question is, we know what their plans are and how to stop it. Question comes, how we get rid of the Nazis?
Time travel?
Remember, they're here because of rumors. Someone had to be that guy and spread the rumor that the Nazis were never defeated. And who had to be that guy? I want names. I should have asked this one before. It's something that just came to mind. Okay, when it comes to, do you feel like certain genres can only be properly done if they have certain age ratings?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like how people generally say generally believe that a horror movie is gonna be trash if it has to be rated PG-13, for example.
Ooh.
I feel like there's certain genres that just don't work unless they have a certain rating.
In a way, yes, but I can only speak for a movie's sense. I don't know about game-wise.
Oh, we did have a stone on. I thought we had it off. We had it on the whole time.
That won't be quick.
Yeah, it's like some film. People generally like, this horror movie's gonna be rated T. It's gonna suck because it won't be able to get that much violence in it because of its ratings. Well, something I've noticed, a trend of webcomics being turned into live-action film/series.
Oh?
I just because I saw a video talking about this. I believe it was. I think it was Korean film. And it turns out it was just based on a webcomic.
Wow.
But I remember how there was apparently an anime that was based on a webcomic that came out, which people apparently swore on their life was good, and people said this thing sucks. What are you talking about? Alright, speaking of which, the topic of... Okay. How do you feel about specifically adapting something from one genre to another based on principles?
Such as?
Like, do you feel like it's ever really a good idea to take something that was made for one medium and try to put it to another?
No.
It's like how people say this video game should be a movie, but it's like, but you're moving a part of what many people like it, which is the fact that it was a video game. Or let's take this book and adapt into a movie. It's like, well, maybe some things were better left to your imagination compared to actually being seen. Or turning a film into a video game. It's like, well, some things you will, because now you have to try and do a video game's runtime, you have to fill this movie game with a bunch of fluff. Then there's the one that gets the craziest demands, which is, wow, I like this game. They should turn it into an anime, which is like, why? That's like the most common one. Turn this into an anime. Why? We've seen what happens when you try and do like some video game adaptation to an anime. It doesn't end well. Because you generally don't have the budget or time to be talking about that kind of story on length. As Persona 4 the animations, like Persona 4 Golden animation and Persona 3 movies not showing you this. If the thing's too long, you can't adapt it without cutting things. If you cut things, you'll cut the things that people could like the most. It's like, just why? Once again, you liked it because it was a video game, not because it was a freaking show. You won't suddenly like it more if they remove the video game parts, probably like it less. Just weird. Well, here's an interesting question. This has to do with more with Hollywood thing. With how Hollywood tries to just use anything for a horror movie. Do you feel like it's ever a good idea to just take any random thing and try and make it into a horror? No. Like, I can't go over the fact that they made a horror movie based on Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Or the fact that the game of Truth or Dare was sentient. Yep. Or that one of them smiles. Them CG smiles. It's like, just why? Why?
Because what is creativity? What is originality? Am I right?
You know what's more original? A horror movie concept that all my teachers in high school had. It was about a haunted pencil. Where a school had this haunted pencil, and that people were allowed to use it, or they were told to never sharpen it, and they never told people why. And then one student goes to sharpen it, only for the pencil to just make the person essentially stab themselves in the neck. And it was like, that had more creativity. How do you hear about freaking pencils coming to life and trying to kill you? Or another concept he had was what the fuck am I even looking at? The other concept he had was a film titled 666 Killer. Well, no, not 666 Killer. The Six Killer. Where the whole premise is that there's a serial killer who will specifically only kill children when they're age 6. So the idea is that parents essentially have to super lock down their children for an entire year in the hopes of killing them, to find them.
Wow.
And when asked, well, how would the killer know know the kid's location, or two, know when a kid turns 6? He says he specifically has someone who works in a hospital in the town that essentially tells them about the people who go there. That's how he knows about when a child turns 6. I don't know how he came up with these things. Just did. It's like, hey, here's a haunted pencil. Hey, here's a serial killer that only kills people age 6.
Like it, Liu.
Now, what do you feel is the most important part of a horror movie?
Of what?
What do you feel is the most important part of a horror movie?
I like an interesting story.
That's like some people say, it's gotta be violent. Other people are like, nah, you gotta have a good killer. Other people are like, how about an actual smart cast for once? And that guy gets locked up. Tragic. So you say good story, but question, what exactly encompasses a story? Does that mean the premise, specifically? Is it the events that happen?
Yeah. Like, what leads it for this to happen? What is the connection? Like Freddy Krueger. His whole thing, you know, with the kids and all that, like that, a story like that.
So you mean like the reasoning why Freddy's doing what he does?
Yeah, and how he came to be and all that shit.
So that basically boils down to the killer. What it boils down to, you care about you need to make a good killer.
Yeah.
Which is why I always generally feel like that's where the Saw franchise fails, because most people don't know about the killer, or even know that the killer died a long time ago in the films.
I want to play a game.
That's the thing. Most people associate Jigsaw with the puppet.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
How high is these stone steps?
Out of my way.
Another question is, should a horror movie be more supernatural or more based in reality?
I like both.
That comes the important question: how is the killer beaten? Or if you're in the case of Jigsaw, or in the case of Saw, how does the killer always somehow get away with this BS?
Sorry.
Because remember, John Kramer wins and is still winning even from the grave.
Yeah.
Dude is like winning. That twist in Saw 8 so stupid. I forgive you. Hey, you wanna be my apprentice? Sure.
Amanda, I want to play a game.
You want some?
I also forgot. Another question. The victims of the story.
Mm-hmm.
What quality should we have for the victims? Should we just make sure we get good? The proper sense of, should the victims be people who you want to actually root for or not?
Oh, definitely root for. Ain't nobody want a fucking asshole as Victor.
No, I've seen a lot of people say they generally want the people they victimized to be a-holes for one, so they don't have to feel bad for them for what's going on, and two, so they don't feel bad when that character gets killed off.
Ooh.
And that's one popular thing where it's like, hey, if we make these people a-holes, then anything that happens is fine. It's why Saul specifically goes out of its way to say all these people are scumbags, so don't feel bad for them when they die. Or how when people really got tired of this whole entire idea was with Goblin Slayer, where people had the excuse of we just did horrible things to them, but we wrote that they were a-holes, so it's fine. Like, no, that's not fine. Just because you make them a-holes doesn't mean you can do anything to them. There's a limit. That's also just one of the common things, like how especially when freaking, I think it was like Saw 5 or whatever, where the characters came to realize just how horrible scumbags they were. And the whole point was like, huh, we could have done all this, we could have all won, but we were all too horrible scumbags to do this. To realize that. Oh my god, we're still going.
Ready or not, here I
Also, here's an important question when it comes to stories, which also counts for really applies to a horror film. How do you feel about in a narrative not the logic that this character has to do something stupid, otherwise the plot can't progress?
I hate that.
Which is people heavily advocate for in horror films.
Ew.
Like people always make the claim that the characters were actually smart in a horror film and it wouldn't be a horror film. I remember someone made this parody where freaking they had this whole entire like parody of like essentially Friday the 13th where they're trapped in a cabin, but then it's like, don't worry, there's like don't there's like oh no there's a killer. Don't worry, I have my perfectly charged cell phone that works. In fact, if it's a better idea, let's just stand together, back to back, holding knives. So it's impossible for a killer to ambush us. And they're like, see, there would be no movie. And it's like, no, it's still a movie. Have the killer toss something from the outside to distract them, or have the killer show off the lights because it's a freaking cabin. They can do that. It's like just cause they can see where the killer is coming from doesn't mean they can win. There have been many horror movies where people have tried to fight the killer and they failed.
Yep.
Yeah, this dude who knuckled up against Jason. The dude's like, I ain't scared of you, knuckle up. And he lost because Jason, he can't beat him down. So it's like freaking, what is this claim of there'd be no movie if they were competent? It can be competent instead of a movie, you just don't want to try. You just feel like them being competent would somehow get in the way. Or worse, for some people hate the idea of actually having characters that are actually likable die, because then it's like, but I wanted them to live and now they're dead, so this is BS. I hate this. So there's some people who actively don't want likable characters because then they'll feel bad when they die. It's like, no, I don't want to feel bad. I want to watch people die horribly. It's like, how about write a character is worth giving a crud about? But nah, I gotta have them either be stupid or be a horrible a-hole to justify the horrible actions happening to them. Otherwise, other cases, you get issues like Saw 7, where some people's biggest complaint is the fact that the freaking the guy being tested gets his wife killed, even though she did nothing wrong.
Wow.
People are like, what? Why is she the one getting killed? She didn't do anything wrong. She's an innocent bystander in all this. But George Kramer from the grave said, nah, she gotta go.
You didn't play the game.
That reminds me, another complaint people have with freaking... Here's a claim I always hear, which is the reason the characters don't try and cheat the game is because Jigsaw hates cheating. That is BS. He's not actually watching you go to the game. He's testing your will to live. Do whatever it takes. That's the whole point. What is this? They can't cheat, he doesn't like it. No one tried cheating! And sometimes cheating was the answer. Just cheat!
You want some?
I get there are some cases where cheating is difficult, other cases cheating is totally an option. Like how one thing the freaking a-hole in Soul Simon had to do was that he claimed they got put into a trap where he had to put hooks through his pecs and then lift himself up to get the wire. But people are like, why didn't you just put your feet on the hooks? They're big enough for your feet to be there, and then you can pull yourself up without impaling yourself.
Yes.
I was like, why didn't you just do that? That's a lot less painful, and it's more efficient. Seeing as, you know, your pecs can't support your weight, so he fell, and then his wife got killed, because F the wife, I guess. Says Jigsaw from the grave. No, I ain't letting that go.
So long!
That was legitimately the most innocent person in the entire freaking franchise. Literally, hashtag did nothing wrong. But they get punished for what their husband did. We finally reached the top, Armando.
Finally.
Can we just kill the Nazis and get it over with? Jesus Christ, why are there 12 freaking passageways to this temple? Dang monks, you'll live like this? Oh gods, we're dead. Never fear. No weakness, no sleep, no failure. It'll take more than their fancy weapons to beat our Koketsu style of martial arts. Fight everyone, fight for your lives. Rock and roll. Armando, how would you feel if a freaking head monk told you, nah bro, just fight the Nazis. Sure they got weapons, just go at them.
Yo guys! I hope you're ready, because Yukino-san's on fire today!
Now we're back with more powerful abilities. This time you shall all die faster. The fact he looks... He just escaped immediately! This Commandant sucks! Dudes, your boss sucks! He just keeps running. How much faster that went. Beautiful. Excuse me, where's Shinsuke-san? Much of some after seeing the soldiers descend from the sky. Head monk, a strict but kind priest who often lends assistance to Fuji Yukino. He seems to be a master of traditional martial arts. No, why you let is to take over now? Why didn't you stop him? Would you have been able to? I'm sorry. No one has the right to stop a brave warrior questing for his dream. Your dream can enrich a man's life and destroy it. Humans are indeed creatures with a deep-seated karma. Shinsuke, give me something for you. This is Shinsuke's best. He inherited from his father. Quite often did he tell me that when a day comes inside of the depths of his heart to strive to be a photographer, he wanted you to have it. That's how sentiments are passed down from generation to generation. Take it. If you feel more than possessing it, then you must return it to him yourself. Thank you very much. You really helped us out. Sir, look, the sky.
I like that part.
Is that the rumor Leonids? Indeed, look, as if the lion is roaring. The sky streaked with stars that should not be falling now, but a terrible omen. The lion's roar echoes far and wide. The Grand Cross will be starting soon. The Caracol must be at the summits. Hurry! Putting yourself in harm's way for the sake of your dream? Hell yeah, that's what all real men yearn for. Though on the other hand, you have to think about the feeling of leave behind. The line from Oracle of Mayak was 5 scrolls glow in the depths of the earth. You're steadily getting closer. Is she really trying to destroy the world? Why do you become Joker, Tatsuya? I don't get it at all. Sorry, I lost my cool, Tatsuya. Shinsuke, please be okay. Tatsuya, what can I do for June? I don't want anyone else to suffer because of me. Land is a phenomenon where when the rings of dust around the sky overlap with Earth's rotation, it looks like they're pouring from Leo. What happens in seasons? It's never this strong now. See, the devil and he doth appear. Rumors circulating are what brought about this strange phenomenon. I'm gonna go strict training every day in hopes of one day learning Goketsu's ultimate skill, the Moko Jinken. I know Yukino's not gonna be so scary. I mean, she was hard as nails. She's so lost when she's with Fuji-san. Your hairstyle is so cool. What is that? A page boy? What should I give it a try? But it's a whole shaved head thing. The head monk has mastered an ancient martial art. He's 68 years old, but he still trains every day and jogs in the forest. His movements are as graceful as monkeys. Sometimes hikers even mistake the head monk for a mystical beast. Oh no, first soldier's now stars. My knees are shaking that much. I can't move. Sure, it's fine. Where you guys? Where left we go? Or am I still walking? I guess just get out of here, casually. Guess they go to the summit. So wouldn't there mean there'd be more? I guess the summit's only available by cable cars, which just got rid of the Nazis to take it to go to the cable car. Alright. Weird that we can't just go there directly as boss. We just went up 12 freaking flights upstairs
I think it's a bit
with Nazis.